Hey guys, it is November 15th, 2024. And today I want to bring your attention to how these news channels or stations are broadcasting their news or their spells. They are broadly casting this information, this news, quote unquote, which is, an acronym for North, East, West, and South. So they are broadcasting north, east, west, and south their evil or their live news, their live information for you to be live, for you to believe. Like literally, it's all in our faces. It is all in our faces. When you're watching something live, it's literally backwards for evil. Or when you lived, that's backwards for devil. When you believe, you belie. Here's the one I noticed. What about aliens or a lion? Like you lie? Or what about the phonetics, that we use? We don't even think about how words sound similar. They might not necessarily, mean the same thing, but it might not be the root word, but it's the phonetic of it. It's the sound of the words. So, for example, when you say hello to someone, hell, what do you think that's doing to your subconscious? Your subconscious doesn't know any different. Anything that you say aloud, your subconsciousness is going to take as true. And so that's why it's really important that whenever you speak, wisely and say good things and kind things to the world and to yourself. Treat others as you would wish to be treated. But when you say things like hello, the first thing that your subconscious is going to do is associate, and you're not going to know this consciously, but it's going to associate that word hell with what we know as hell, which is like the underworld, the afterlife, the place where dark things go. Right? And that's another thing is the word more. The word more means black. It means dark. So like good morning, you're mourning. That's another one. Good morning. I have to learn how to change that word from like morning to something else because I say it all the time. And the first thing, what your subconscious is going to say, morning, something, you're grieving, you're in a sadness. It's not a good morning. So literally the words around us are shaping our reality. And it's kind of messed up because we are essentially manifesting our reality. Like the powers that be essentially feed us this information so that we manifest their evil reality for them because they give us the information so that they can avoid karmic consequence of it. You know what I'm saying? So they tell you in your face they're going to do something evil through the symbols and syncretism, whatever it be. And then they go ahead and do it. And because they told you to your face, whatever, then it's fine. This shit is like not okay. And we really need to be aware of what we are saying and writing. And did you know that's another phonetic term, writing. When you write, you know how we were like pushed to be right-handed in school, dominant right-handed. Well, did you know that the human brain actually kind of works opposite? So when you close your left eye is actually, your right brain is you're seeing through your right brain in your left eye and vice versa. So when you look through your right eye, your left brain is seeing through it, right? And so when you write something on a piece of paper, you are writing with your, typically most people write with their right hands, right? You are activating the left brain, which is like your logical divisional brain, right? It's the mathematical analytical brain. Whereas if you're, using both of your hands or whatever, you're activating different parts of the brain. So of course they want you, to write because they don't want you to use the right side of your brain. Like this is next level shit, guys. This is really, really just next level shit. I've never seen it. This language really seems like it's some type of technology. And so remember when I told you guys about the Church of Satan and how it was started or run by this guy named Anton LaVey? Well, Anton LaVey had a daughter named Zena LaVey, and she married into some guy, Nicholas Schreck. So her name's like Zena Schreck. And she will tell you that they got into the music industry, these satanic people, and they cast spells and send frequencies and manipulate and control us through things that we cannot detect through the music. And so I want to play, they literally will tell you. This is Zena Zalay, Anton LaVey, the starter of the Church of Satan. This is his daughter and her husband. They got into the music industry like well before I was born.
Make music for a purpose. It's not just background music, or it's not just, you know, fluffy, light stuff.
This is not elevator satanic music.
It's ritualistic music. It is music that by even the act of listening to it, you are participating in a satanic ritual.
By listening to, so if I put this on and listen to it, I'm participating. Listener, I'm asking you, how does it make you feel?
It's very stirring. It's very emotionally charged. You can't do this music and say you don't feel something, because you do. I'm sure you would probably feel either hate or fear or rage or something.
Does it bother you, Zena, that they're kind of using your symbols and your faith and ripping it off to get rich?
No, I wouldn't say it bothers me, because they're doing what they have to do.
Performance makes you drop it low. You know, it's very trappy, but it's, how about, let's say it's very spooky. I'm casting a spell on the audience, and all of you.
That's Katy Perry, and I don't even know if if she has a soul. You know, I don't even know if she's a soul being. But she just told you, you're still doing the same shit, and y'all need to like really wake up, and they are telling you. Sounding words out, you know, we learn, you know, the vowels, the 5 vowels, the A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y or whatever. Like, I feel like that is another way that they have us demean or belittle ourselves to ourselves without even realizing it. Like A, E, I, O, U, like we don't owe anyone shit. You know what I'm saying? Why is that like that? Why is it in that specific order? The people that set up this language and this setup, like they are fucking masters. These people are like dark occult master fucking like magicians. Literally. I mean, these people are actually kind of like so sick that they have you say, you know, you're awake. Why would you say like, oh, I'm awake now? Like you're like, what is awake? Isn't that like another term for something that you go to when someone dies? Like a funeral or a funeral? Yeah, guys, I was literally sitting here thinking like, okay, I want to talk about words again, about like this broadcasting news, north, south, east, whatever. And all these other words like started coming to me, and I started seeing, like I started underlining funeral, fun. Oh my gosh, mourning, mourn. What about, we started saying, oh yeah, dude, that's so sick. That's so sick. Why are you saying that something's sick? Don't call something sick. Okay? That this is sincere inverse manipulation being used against us. This language is being used against us and to our detriment. And we are fucking casting spells and doing and using energy in ways that we don't even really realize or know. And we're doing things that it's not good. I mean, like I said, they have us calling our things that are good sick. And like the word slaughter, like killing someone, has the word laughter in it. That's not funny. I mean, and this isn't even, this is not going too far. This is just pointing out the obvious facts. This language is some form of like a technology, and it's definitely being used against us in ways that like we don't realize because of the terminology and ways that we're saying things and the phonetics of it and the etymology of it. Okay. So here's another one. So how about, well, did you realize that we are humans? Like hue, like a light, like H-U-E, we're hue men, like we're light, yeah, we're light men. And that would make sense, right? How about when you are, when you start anything, you always, like everything starts with the stars, right? Or, when you're talking, you're a tall king. So watch what you say and make sure the things that you say are like a tall king. This is really cool, but it's also just so next level. And I wish it wasn't used against us, because this is truly being used as a weapon against the ignorant and against, you know, it's being used as a spell casting. It's being used to keep us in a trance, in some sort of hypnosis. I mean, that's another way that music in Hollywood is used. It's used as a way of fucking hypnosis or bringing, memories to light or bring an emotion into your consciousness and having you speak these words or get it in your head and creating like a thought loop with these words that we don't even realize what we're fucking saying. And so, here's another one I have for you. What about when it's the weekend? You know, it's the weekend. So you are weakened. You're weak. Or what about during the weekdays? During the weekdays, you're in a weekdays. You're in a weekdays. This language is just, you know, really, really interesting, and just, I could go on and on and on. And that's just, again, the phonetics of it and some of the etymology of it. That's not, breaking down, you know, go looking at words backwards, for instance, like when you look at time, backwards is emit. Or when you look at words like, it's nighttime, like night with an N versus, knight in shining armor with a KN. When you're alone, you're all one. When you bless someone, are you really telling them to be less? Like you want people to be lie? When you say the word on, it's just backwards for no. Music. What about that one? How about me, you sick? Making you sick, which is exactly what a lot of it is doing to us, making us sick. Oh, I wrote this down too, like a treasure chest, referring to like the heart, the chest, the heart chest. Because I think your heart sits in like its own chest, obviously, and yeah, right. That's what it's talking about. It says treasure chest. Or even when I was thinking about this too. You know how I said when you say hello or hell? What about even hey? Isn't that Hades? So like, what are we even saying to each other? And we need to wake up and really understand that we are being hoodwinked. We are being tricked. This is serious. We are honestly being tricked by people who use magic and fucking television and Black Obsidian and all this shit against us. And I'm telling you, it's real. And here's proof in the goddamn language. I'm telling you, here is proof in the language. Gospel, go spell. You know, awake. You know, tell people they're awake. Like that, it's just, it goes so sinister. A funeral. You know, but it is cool to think about, you know, when you speak, you want to speak like a tall king. You're talking. But yeah, so, I mean, I have other words. I just want to, Note taking is literally no talking, or sounds just like it. Wow. Yeah. So I wanted to bring attention to just these words in particular. And, I've also found, you know, there's like similar words, spy, fly, eye. They all have I in them. Guy, pie, lie, buy. Or that's another one. Buy, B-Y-E or B-U-Y. Why are we what is the difference between spelling it like B-Y-E and why aren't we what is the significance there? Do we even really understand, or do we just take what we're told? And no one really actually researches this. You know what I'm saying? When you have a podcast, how about that one? You're podcasting. So yeah, this is just right in our faces of the language, just blatantly in front of us. You just have to break it down. You just have to look, and you just have to maybe open a dictionary a little bit, because that's what's going to help you see where the words break up and what they actually mean on their own and where they come from. So Oh my God, how about this one? And I looked this one up because it says this is bullshit. But what about when you have shampoo? Like sham, like it's a sham. It's nonsense. It's bullshit. And then it's shit. It's poo. And so I looked it up and apparently it comes from some Hindu word shampoo, which CHAMPO. And I'm like, oh my God, they would fucking, figure out, that someone was going to look into this. No, it comes from shampoo, or shampoo. And I'm like, all right. So we just make it shampoo. So we make it sound like it's a fraud and it's shit. Just like when you assume, you make an ass out of you and an ass out of me. That one I didn't take that one. That was from one of my law school professors many years ago. They used to say that in our class. But just really pay attention to these words in front of us and speak like a tall king, my fellow humans, my friends. Friday is Venus Day and then ends. What is ends for? I don't know. It all is right in our faces, and we have to understand that it's not helping our subconscious. It literally, just because we're not consciously aware of things doesn't mean they don't have effect on the ethereal or spiritual realm or astral realm. It does, the invisible realm that we cannot see, that is us. We affect that with our voices, with our tones, with our sounds, with light, with words. And so we really need to be cognizant of this stuff, and we really need to be aware of what we're saying, and know that these words, sword, which is literally the word, that's what's, word is sword. SWORD, words, WORTS. They're swords. They're spells. They can cut you. They can do great things too. But you have to speak like a tall king. And it's time that we start doing that. And taking our power back. Because we have just taken everything and as if it's fact and believed it. And it's literally just fucking nonsense. And then we fight each other back and forth about, you're a conspiracy theorist. Conspiracy theorist was a term that was made up by the CIA to literally combat people and make people divide more and say, oh, they're weird. It was a fucking made up term by the CIA. So, and if that's what you honestly think, I just think kind of you're stupid as shit. I don't really give a shit anymore. If you can't educate yourself on the fact of what this reality is and then you're just ignorant and you're willfully blind. And that's not my fucking problem. I don't really want to walk through life with people who want to be lazy thinkers and don't want to open their minds and don't want to understand the truth so that you can therefore spread truth to other people and start to change the collective consciousness of this world, because this world does not change through the physical. This world is only going to change through manifestation, through the invisible world that we are amateurs in handling. When you pray, what's the difference between pray, Pray, and catching prey, Prey? What is that? Or you ever realize that God backwards is dog? And for me, I love dogs, so they never really concern me. But Elon Musk, isn't he the Doge? Isn't that E-God backwards? The Doge, the E-God. These are sick people, and they throw it in our faces to tell you bluntly that this is what it is. These aren't fucking people, guys. I can't tell you what it is because I don't know what it is. But I'm telling you, they're not who they say they are. These are liars, and they're playing us, and it's not going to end well if you believe and follow these fucking people. You need to open your mind, and you need to go and think for yourself. And hopefully these words can start to open your mind a little bit to see how your subconscious is being programmed on a daily basis constantly with the propaganda being shoved down our goddamn throats 24/7. Okay? And no, I am not being overdramatic or going all, exaggerating or anything. I'm really just trying to genuinely wake people up to the reality of what this is. And I'm sorry that it is a bit depressing and sometimes a little bit sad and just, oh my God, heavy. But grow the fuck up. I'm here and I'm fucking managing it and trying to make the days better for other people and tomorrow a better day. It'd be nice if people could get off their goddamn asses and come together with me, because we are so much more powerful than the people that enslave us to this shit. And like, you know, honestly, who has time to go through the language like how I did? I genuinely like doing this, and this is fun for me. So I mean, I've had these notes for some time, and I went back through it like today, and my dictionaries and stuff. But who has time to do this, especially when we are getting like killed financially? People don't have the time to research this stuff. People don't have the time to look into the reality of things. And that is done by design and on purpose. Why don't we just step off and say no more? No more. More. Black means black. It's like a mortgage. We'll get into that later. I wrote all these other words down that I think I've thrown a little bit much, too much, that I'm going to like slow down. But there's just, we are being manipulated through the language, through, it's like it's legit a programming. And we just believe these people and take them at their words and turn and fight each other off. Like, oh, you're crazy to think this. Why would they, you know, rather than just being a free thinker and going to do the research yourself and figuring it out for yourself and coming to an independent, informed decision based on the information you have. Otherwise, you're just a fucking lazy thinker, and I don't know what to tell you. I'm not a lazy thinker, so I don't know what that's like. It's just, ugh, I don't like it. It's like the biggest turn off, because why are you here then? To just like leech off of other people? What's the purpose of you listening and learning stuff from, at least from this what is the purpose if you're not going to in turn apply it to yourself or to life or help others? Like, that is just lazy. And that is not grabbing life by like the balls that you're supposed to, and not living by, you know, goodness and like God. And like, I don't know, I'm not going to preach to y'all, but like, please don't tell me I have people that are that fucking lazy listening to this. I hope to God not, because it's called Finkers. Hi, Finn. And Finn just jumped up on here. He can't like, he's been really itchy lately. I gotta get him a new comb. Hi, little one. If he was a dog, he would, I guess you could hear him, but he does meow a lot. Finn, can you meow? Say hello? Please. Okay, he's not going to do it. Whatever. All right, let me stop while I'm ahead then. Okay, keep an eye out for more to come. And let me know if you guys enjoyed this or learned anything or like this. Please feel free to reach out to me anytime at finkers.com. You know how to reach me. And I hope you guys are well and stay positive and subscribe to the blog, because you guys aren't fucking subscribing.